So let's get started with our first color, which is going to be pink. So in your art box, take a moment to grab the color pink. Today, I'll be using markers, but if you have anything in your art box like crayons or colored pencils or any other kind of marker, that will work great as well. So you want to find your pink, and we're going to use it on a few very small areas on our Scooby-Doo coloring page. First, on the inside of Scooby-Doo's ear, right in here, there's a little tiny spot, if you could see that, right in there. So be very careful. It's a really small spot. We're going to use our pink there. And secondly, use our pink on Scooby-Doo's tongue. So right inside of our Scooby-Doo's mouth, you see that tongue. Let's color that in with that pink as well. And once you're done with those two spots, you can move your pink to the side and we'll move on to our second color, which will be yellow. So grab yellow out of your art box, and we're going to use yellow in a few different areas on our Scooby-Doo page. The first is going to be right here on the middle of the necklace that our Scooby-Doo has, right in here where the collar is. You see that? We're going to color that in the round part that is on the collar. We're going to color that in yellow, as well as the little S for Scooby and the little D for Doo in that as well. And then around the edge. So around the edge, we're going to color with that yellow. It's very small, so just do the best you can. It does not have to be perfect, but just try to get that shape with that yellow. Then once you're finished there around the collar area, let's color a few of these stars that are around our Scooby-Doo with yellow. So I want to alternate a few colors. So we'll do the stars in two different colors, but we'll mix and match. And again, you can get as creative as you want on your page. But on the very top star, I'm going to use the yellow on the edge only. And I want to go in later and use a different color on the inside. So if you see, each of the stars have a little edge on the outside. So I want to make these a little different in terms of the color on the outside and the inside, just to add a little more color to our page. So you can get as creative as you want. We'll use two colors on all of the stars, but you can go ahead and make them all multicolored if you'd like. So that's the creative thing about artwork and coloring here on Sam's Cool Colors. The star that's over here on the left of Scooby-Doo, the inside, let's make yellow. So let's leave the edge on that one. Let's leave that edge white for now. And we'll come back in and use another color a little later on for the outside. And just color that in. You have a little more room to work with here, which is really nice. It's just the edges that are very thin on each of these stars that are on our Scooby-Doo page. Just color that in as best as you possibly can. Wonderful. You're all doing a terrific job. Let's go ahead to the star that's on the right of our Scooby-Doo, and let's do the same. Let's color the inside with that color. And again, mix and match the colors if you want. If you want to have something a little more consistent like I'm doing today, you can use these same colors on the stars. And you'll see when we add the second color on our stars, how it gives it a nice little two-color effect. Perfect. And for the star at the very bottom, let's go ahead and once again, like we did with our top star, let's just do the edge. So right on the edge, we're going to color that Scooby-Doo star at the bottom, just on the outside border. Just like that. Beautiful. So now we've colored in our stars, and now let's move on to the next color, which will be orange. So take a moment to go into your art box, find the color orange, and let's go ahead and start to use this, like I said, on a few of the stars. So let's go back up to the top star, and we can start to color in the inside. If you remember, we left the inside white, so we can start to add a different color on the inside. So for this particular page, I want to do orange. So we have an orange and yellow mix of colors on these stars. But what's really nice is we're alternating them. So we're changing the mix of orange and yellow on each of the stars as we go through. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stars on this page. So let's go ahead and just color those in one by one. So this one will get the orange on the inside. And when the colors are together side by side, it just adds a lot more fun to the page, a lot more creativity. And let me know in the comments if you use some different colors on your stars on your page today. I want to definitely see how creative we're getting out there. So now let's move on to the star that's on the left. Remember, we left the outside white. Let's color that in orange, just like that. So again, these are little thin lines, so be very careful. Hopefully you have a nice sharp crayon or a thin marker or a sharpened colored pencil. They all will work great for you. Now here to the right, let's do the same thing. And you see how different the stars look when you have the orange on the outside versus the inside, and the yellow on the outside versus the inside, right? So that's what we were going for, just to have a little more fun on our page. And now we're finishing out with our stars. So let's go ahead and move on to coloring in our Scooby-Doo. To do this, find a light brown, a light tan, or regular brown. So any shade of brown will work on our Scooby-Doo. And let's go ahead and start to color in the body for our Scooby-Doo here. We'll start out here at the very top, and then we can kind of move our way to the bottom. So here we have our left arm. Our Scooby-Doo is stretched out, jumping for joy here in this fun page. And we're going to just color it from left to right, just like that. And take your time. Once you get around the collar here, it gets a little small. Let's move on to Scooby-Doo's face, right around the ear, just like that. It gets a little small, but just take your time. That's the wonderful thing about coloring and artwork. If you take your time, you're going to get a beautiful product at the end of the day. Excellent. So let's go around the mouth, work our way into Scooby-Doo's eyes and the top of his mouth. Excellent. Just like that. The second ear right in here. And right around the nose. And finish out right here with the mouth. Take your time there. It's a little thin. You see the lines are a little thin there. And let's go ahead and grab Scooby's right arm and paw. Just like that. And now we can move on to the rest of Scooby-Doo's body. So let's start out here on the left side and just work our way up and down. Continuing to outline it if it makes it a little easier for you as you go through. Just something I always like to do. Keeps me in the lines as best as I can be. And just do your best and forget the rest. Just take your time, have a great time coloring, make it an enjoyable experience for all of us here. Hopefully you're having a fun time with this page at home. And now we're towards the middle here of Scooby-Doo's body. Let's finish out this arm just like that. And we can go then to the bottom part of our Scooby-Doo, who looks like he's jumping around this page, right? Looks like he's having a nice jump, a nice stretch, and has these beautiful stars around him. And we actually need to come back and color in one more star. I totally missed that star, so we'll go back in and color it together. Let's go here and color this in. Once we're done with the Scooby-Doo, we'll finish that last star. Beautiful. Excellent. You're all doing a terrific job here. And now, once we color in our Scooby-Doo, we are starting to really have this page come to life, because Scooby-Doo is a lot of fun. And let me know if you have some favorite Scooby-Doo characters other than Scooby-Doo. and we can try to do that on the channel as well. I'm always looking for suggestions, so let me know if you want to color in any other famous Scooby-Doo characters together, and we'll make sure we do it on the channel. So now we can go ahead and finish with this last paw here on the right, and let's jump back and finish Scooby-Doo's tail. We can't forget his tail. Okay, and once we finish with the tail, like I said, let's go back and finish out that last star. So grab your orange once again. Hopefully it's not too far away. And let's finish this last star here that's at the very bottom. Again, we want to do the same thing we did at the top with our star. So let's color it in orange right in here in the middle. So let's use that orange in the middle, just like that. And we go ahead and start to fill it in. So I'm outlining it as I go, and then I fill it in just to give myself a little bit of a guide to make sure I don't color over the line. It can be very easy to color over a line that you already colored, and then you get a mix of colors you don't really want on your page. So here we go. So let's go ahead and finish this last star that I missed before. And that's okay. We can take our time and always fix our things that we miss. So let's go ahead and move on to the final color, which is going to be in aqua. So look for a light aqua or a light blue, anything in that family similar to this. If you don't have this, just find the color blue in your art box. And we're going to finish out the collar with this color. So in between the letters S and D, there may be some little lines that you can find in there, little spots, little dots where you can color that in. So it's anywhere in between the S and the D. If you can't get in there with your crayon, that's okay. You can just leave it yellow. And right over here that we left in white is Scooby-Doo's collar. So let's color that in with this aqua color. Or if you have blue, that will work just as great. Color that in with that marker you have, or crayon, or colored pencil, and that is going to be the last color here. So now we finished coloring in our Scooby-Doo page together using 5 colors.